Back to Sunrise on News Radio 880 KCMX.
Good morning, everybody. 35 minutes after the hour. Welcome back to the Sunrise Show. Craig Fernick is your host, and thrilled to welcome on the newest author in the Valley, Lindsay Greb McPhail. And
hello.
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing great.
You wrote a book, The Fearless Experiment.
Yes.
And it's just releasing today on Amazon.
This morning. Yep.
So you could type in Amazon.com, type in The Fearless Experiment, and there it is.
Yep.
Are you kind of, you're shocked? Are you kind of,
oh, man.
You've got that, you've kind of blown
it's like
away?
I've just given birth after 3 years. I don't know,
has it been a 3-year project?
Yeah, I actually wrote the book 3 different times and threw it out 3 different times. So it's been a long
Oh my
process.
gosh, I can only imagine, yeah. Well, and you finished up, I mean, back in the day, the Earth Monkey, you let that go.
Yep, we sold last year.
Yep, and then you're blogging, and you've got all the fun things, and you even, what's the big fair?
Oh, the Vintage Fair.
The Vintage Fair.
Yeah, that's coming back this August. So, yeah, we're really busy.
Love that out there with that. And so you've written a book, and fearlessexperiment.com. So tell us about it. What is it? The Fearless Experiment, Life Outside the Lines.
So really, it's just about, it's not all about me. I actually highlight other women and different stories, but the idea is to let go of all the stuff, all the bondage, all the baggage that we have, put on, and it determines how we'll say yes to God and how we'll risk in life and how we'll love other people. And so the Fearless Experiment is essentially knowing who you are and being able to be really connected with God so you can love other people the way that we were intended to love and interact with other people.
You have to let go.
Yes, it's so hard. So much of being fearless is being able to surrender our expectations and being able to let go of maybe lies that have been spoken over you or horrible relationships or...
Yeah, I mean, now, because here's the thing. I mean, transcend, here you are on this hand with the Fearless Experiment and the book you've written, and then you take somebody else on the other hand, say, road rage, right? Right? I mean, you think about what goes on when someone has road rage and they honk at you, they go around you, and they flip you off, and you're going, I didn't do anything. I was just sitting here going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you take that, you go, what are they hanging on to?
Yeah, totally.
What is in their life that is so bad that all of a sudden they are tailgating and they're just, right?
Yes.
And going past of even, I mean, there was one episode where the person was so angry. It happened in Central Point this last year. He chased them down, went to their house, pulled out a gun, and was waving it around. Of course, the cops were called. There weren't any shots fired, but I mean, that's... And then you go back to your Fearless Experiment book, and you see the baggage, right? Is that what that is?
Oh, completely. And while I wrote this book primarily for women, because I'm a woman, and I've always kind of reached out to women. Jeff Leland, who's the founder of Sparrow Clubs, wrote the foreword for the book.
Wonderful.
He's one of my personal heroes. And he just said in the process, Linz, I know you're marketing this for women, but this is really a message for everyone.
It is because, we talk so much about on the show of letting go, getting off the sidelines, all inspiring somebody. And then I say, are you going to be a uniter or are you going to be a divider?
Yes.
And were you blown away by the hate speech with the race in Ferguson, Missouri, and the hands up, don't shoot thing? Here you are in the middle of this book project, right? I mean, humanity's kind of going down the tubes, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think you can look at it like that, or you can just look at it as an opportunity to say there are so many broken people, and when we can speak life and healing over people, when we can encourage and be the uniters, like that's what makes the change. And that's what this whole book is about, is to say it's about becoming whole yourself, not just so you can live a fearless life yourself, but so you can impact the world around you.
Exactly. I mean, spread this love, inspire people.
Yes.
And, here's the part, and we have a break coming up, but Lindsay, I'm sure that this book, if you inspire women and women are around children, then the children will become inspired, right? And they'll live that inspired life.
Yes. And husbands.
And husbands, absolutely. The men, too.
Yes.
I mean, that's absolutely true because men get wrapped up in that negativity, right? And we have to insulate ourselves. And are we going to love or are we going to hate, right?
Yeah, totally.
Well, we've got Lindsay Greb McPhail in the studio. We want to, her book is releasing today, The Fearless Experiment. Get to her website, fearlessexperiment.com. We got to take you a break, and then we'll come back and discuss more. We'll maybe even take your calls, 541-772-8255 on The Sunrise Show.
Now, back to Sunrise on News Radio 880 KCMX.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. 47 minutes after the hour, continuing with new author Lindsay Greb McPhail, and she's here in the studio, and her book is releasing today on Amazon. It's called The Fearless Experiment. Get to her website, fearlessexperiment.com, and this is sensational, and I just love it so much. Lindsay, thanks for being in the program this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So you've got all kinds of things happening. It's released on Amazon, but I don't have a physical copy right here, right now. You won't have them until the first few days of April, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think if you order today, it says you can get them by the 1st, but I just ordered mine. I'll have my whole thing by the 6th, which is the day of my launch party.
Okay, you're going to launch then on fight night, and then I love that fight night thing. And then April 18th is the actual book signing. Where are you going to hold that?
Pretty in Paint downtown.
Okay.
We're going to do a book signing, and she's so amazing. Mindy is the owner, and they're doing a $500 kind of prize giveaway. You have to be there to enter, and it's from all her different vendors. And if you haven't been in her store, it's ridiculously amazing.
So $500 worth of stuff?
Yes. For, not just stuff, Pretty in Paint stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah,
so,
right,
yeah, I'm really excited.
So that's coming up on the 18th, so we've got time there. But your Fearless Experiment, and it deals with letting go, life outside the lines. What drove you to write this?
I had been living in this box for so long of just knowing as someone who loves God, I was saying the right things and doing the right things, and still at the end of the day, I just felt empty, and I felt like I didn't know who I was. And so it was this journey of...
Did you question yourself?
I questioned everything. And it was a really hard time, especially after the extreme build, just not knowing who I was. And it was a hard time on our marriage and just being a mom. And it was just this journey with God through saying, you have so much baggage here, and you're not all these things that have happened to you. And you're not all those, you're not the community college dropout. You're not all of the things that you have labeled over yourself. And it was just coming to the reality that I'm loved and I'm worthy of love, and so I can love other people. And through that journey, I just really discovered who I really am. And I discovered that I have a passion for letting other women know and speaking who they really are.
So empowering people, people to be empowered. And I see that a lot, and I on the show, because it's so important. I mean, people need to be empowered to vote. They need to be empowered to raise their voice if they don't like something. They need to not think, oh, I could be embarrassed, or oh, what are other people going to think, or oh, I need just to go for it. And we talked about this book on the break, Brene Brown, Daring Greatly, and this quote, Theodore Roosevelt of "It doesn't matter, the man in the ring," and you realize that you should let go and go for it. You have nothing to lose when when God has your back.
Yeah, because even when we lose, and I've lost everything. I mean, we lost everything, which is what led us to the extreme makeover build. But even when we think we lose everything, we don't really lose it all.
Right.
And even when God doesn't show up how we think he should show up, he still shows up, and we can take from those experiences and learn and be have gumption and character and grit and things to share with other people going through rough times. So.
And Lindsay, I get with you sometimes of, I don't feel worth it, right? Don't feel worthy of, I don't deserve this, or, right?
That's, my word.
Yeah, because you think, I've done all this, and it's not on what we've accomplished, but that we're being loved
Anyway.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you can screw up everything.
Yes.
You could ruin, break, and you're still, it feels like, this is right.
It's a hard thing. You can even know it. And I feel like it, because I loved God and I was a pastor's wife and I'd been a missionary, like I knew the right words. And so, yeah, of course, Jesus loves me. I mean, we sing the song, but I hadn't internalized it. And so we can say it and not know it. But for me, it's just been this powerful journey of diving into what that really means and what that looks like in life. When I believe that God is who he says he is, what's different in my life? And the answer is everything.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Well, Lindsay, it's great to have you in the studio this morning. And of course, Lindsay Greb McPhail, ladies and gentlemen, and her first book out, The Fearless Experiment, Life Outside the Lines, and it releases today on Amazon. Get to Amazon and type in The Fearless Experiment, and there it goes, yep. And then book signing on the 18th, Pretty in Paint, and there's a $500 prize giveaway that the owner, right, she's putting that out, so thanks to her and that. Yeah. And then a shout out to, you want to give a shout out to anybody right now might be listening? Who's out there?
My best friend and just lover of all things adventurous, just my husband, CJ. He's so amazing.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. And my mommy who's watching my kids. Thank you.
Exactly right. Good deal. Well, it's going to be a great weekend. Lindsay, thanks so much for coming in. We're so excited for you and your book. And
thanks.
And we'll have to get a copy somehow. I don't know how. I'm gonna have to go.
I'll get you a copy.
Well, maybe I'll buy one and I'll bring it. I always feel validated if I buy it, then I could come in and have you sign it, help the cause, right?
All right. Thank you.
All right. It's the Sunrise Show on News Radio 880 KCMX. I'm Craig Froelich. We'll be back Monday morning.